Well, I just actually came off of a cold. You can still hear it just a little bit. And I wanted to share some exercises that I used to always do and that I actually still do whenever I have phlegm on my vocal cords, whenever I feel there's a little bit of roughness going on. Now, here's a disclaimer. If you're truly sick, if your voice is to where it's extremely hard to vocalize, you need to be very careful because your larynx might be inflamed and there's an infection going on, so you don't want to push beyond what is still comfortable. But if you just are getting off that cold and you still feel like everything is just a little bit tense and phlegm going on, which I had a few days ago, here are some exercises that I do. Now, in order to get the phlegm off, I always like to vibrate it off. I start by humming a little bit lower. It's always low intensity. Whenever you feel the phlegm coming up just a bit loose, you can just do a very quick clearing of the throat. We don't want to overdo it because it triggers more phlegm. But when you feel it's coming loose, do a very quick throat clearing. And one thing that helps me the most is singing high head voice. That is, if you are good at singing high head voice with good vocal cord closure. If you naturally are very breathy and you struggle up there, that's not a good exercise. But here's how I do it. There, something came loose. High pitches and high head voice are good, but only if you know how to sing them efficiently. Now, other than that, you don't want to do high impact. You want to go, stay light and stay not too loud. Efficiently singing, good support is important. Taking your time to take a deep breath. Now, right now, I still have kind of a dry throat, and if I breathe a lot, you kind of get coughy. So I'm taking a long time to inhale. Again, taking a long time to inhale, otherwise it triggers my cough. And it loosened up just a bit more. And now I'm just going to go. Not trying to be loud or anything. As low as you can. No strain, very lightly. I usually can go a little bit lower when I have a cold, but depending on how that all works out for you, you want to pay attention to not strain. As soon as it's hard on the vocal cords, you need to lighten things up. And the rule for me is always just to get started doing something very easy. Just do some vibration, focus on good breathing and support, and focus on good vocal cord closure if you feel that that's not possible because the cold is still having such an effect on your vocal cords that it's very breathy. It might be a good idea to rest a little bit more. And a few things that I do to get healthier quickly, and this is actually backed up by science. I do 2 weeks of high dose vitamin D3. And I do like 20 units instead of 3 or 4 units. Well, it's actually thousands of units, right? But it's drops. 1 drop is 1,000 international units, and I do 20 instead of the 3 or 4 that I take every day for 2 weeks. I also drink lots of ginger and turmeric shots. This is just the pure juice. It is antibacterial and antiviral. Don't let anyone tell you that there's nothing against viruses. That is not true. And also oregano oil is really good against antiviral, and antibacterial. So, having said that, I hope you stay healthy this cold and flu season and keep your voice healthy. Rest if you need to, and don't overdo it.
In order to sing very accurate onsets when you're singing really high in head voice, preparation is everything. And synchronizing the vocal cords coming together with the moment that you're giving air is so important. So you want to breathe, expand your ribs, make sure you're on the top of your breath, and really think about the vowel you're about to sing, and do all that in such detail to where when you start vocalizing, everything's in place. Instead of which is just fumbling around. You want to focus. If the onset is clean, the rest of the phrase is going to be a piece of cake.